I've received the feedback countless times that my approach to building an expert firm is very humanistic. It's very people-centric. And there's a reason for this. It's because you are essentially selling your ideas. Where do your ideas come from? Come from your mind. Come from your mind that is actually carried by your body and that is fueled by your heart and your spirits and everything else around you. So that's why I think that building an expert firm, at least the new narrative for it, narrative that I see that is more and more relevant in our society and economy, has to be really, really people-centric. And even my model, the strategic narrative canvas, illustrated. So I'm toggling here to show you my screen. If you haven't seen the strategic narrative canvas, that's the model that evolves, that has evolved over time, that I have built, and that suggests that building an expert firm is basically 4 disciplines. You've got the outside facing disciplines, such as marketing, such as sales, such as, so right here, marketing, sales. And then you can also think about your firm as a set of activities that you engage in from the inside, like how you organize your team and your knowledge and how you plan for success. But very much I see building a successful firm from the individual and internal point of view, very much an act of fueling the success based on your perspective, who you are as a leader. And so if you think about this, there are really 3 aspects, 3 components that you really ought to look into to increase your performance as a leader of an expert firm. And they are actually there. I'm going to show you that framework again because they're easy to spot. They're mapped out on the model here. And the first one, and you've got them right here in this quadrant, right? The first one is healthy productivity. It's really, is this business going to enable you to stay healthy, to stay balanced, to have a productive life? Are you going to be able to run this business for a long time? Because if it's not healthy to you, chances are you're going to run out of out of energy. It's going to have an impact on your health, and that's when rest is so important. Rest is as almost as important as work, for instance. So all of that discipline of visionary leadership takes really a great amount of healthy productivity. The second aspect of that level here is evolutionary purpose. Evolutionary purpose. So let me circle back here to just sum it up. We just talked about productivity. Evolutionary purpose is, does this make you do you find like through this firm you're on your way to realize your calling, right? Does this inspire you? Do you feel like this activity is meaningful? I remember when I used to work, and I've worked for many, many years in larger consulting firm, it was not always the case. In fact, I felt like I was very much misaligned with the purpose of the organization and the company. And then the third component is your inner narrative. Are you able to reframe your narrative when things get tough, when you have fears, wherein you wake up in the middle of the night because you know that your pipeline has dried up and you don't have enough potential clients, or you're second guessing yourself because you find that the marketing or the content or insight you put out there is not as unique as you wish it would be. So these aspects are really the key things to consider to build a successful firm based on expertise. It's not just about working harder. It's not just about finding the newest, shiniest marketing mousetrap that will get you more clients. It's not just about charging more. And I feel like it's a part of the narrative of the expert that is always forgotten, but it's crucial if you want to build a firm that is and stays relevant. You want to be relevant for a long time. Well, think about who you are as a leader and think about how you live through this expert firm. Like, how do you engage? How do you fuel this expertise? But what kind of energy do you give it? But also, is the business able to give back to you, right? This is an essential thing to consider if you want to see your business performance grow and endure throughout the decades to come. So I hope this helps.